More money for Jobseeker. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. I thought we'd have a look at this article from news.com.au, which is discussing the breaking news that Jobseeker is going to increase. Now, as you all are aware, there's been an additional bonus paid to Jobseeker every fortnight during the pandemic lockdowns to help stimulate the economy and to encourage more spending. Now, I thought in some ways it was quite cruel that they were going to take it off people because this was an additional payment. Your life gets used to receiving that additional cash, and then, well, they were going to get rid of it in September. So I'm not entirely surprised that they're going to lock in this increased payment. But there's a concern. The higher you make this emergency support payment, because it's not UBI, it's meant to be emergency payment to help people get through difficult times. The higher you make it, the less incentive there is for people to work. Because you'd be an idiot working, for the minimum wage, full-time, every day, to just get $5,000 more over a year. The reduction in quality of life, the increased stress. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? So if we're seeing an increase in Jobseeker, are we next going to see a demand, advocacy to push up minimum wage? Because remember, these are all interventions. These are all interventions. In the past, there were other organizations that helped people through these situations, through difficult times. In the past, people weren't taxed to the hilt, so they could actually afford to stash money away. In the past, foreign investment in our housing wasn't so high that we had a property bubble. So a generation has to put everything aside to even hope to get into property. And then they take on huge loans. This is going to be the scariest thing, is people that are, paying thousands off every week. And then all of a sudden, they're pushed onto Jobseeker. Often through no fault of their own because the government's shut down the economy. So let's have a look, everyone. The federal government is set to finally increase the doll's $40 a day base rate as the pandemic throws hundreds of thousands more people out of work. Because, frankly, it's a very low amount, what it has been. It's designed to keep people from starving. It's designed to stop people from resorting to crime. The federal government is set to finally increase the doll's $40 a day base rate as the pandemic throws hundreds of thousands more people out of work. Prime Minister Scott Morrison is working out how to reshape Australia's welfare system, with Australia's unemployment rate up to 7.1% as another 227,000 people lost their jobs. And we've had a look at these figures in previous videos. Unemployment has just skyrocketed, everyone. Youth unemployment, 16%. Unemployment and underemployment combined together is about 25% of the workforce. There are going to be some people that lose their jobs, and they're going to it's going to be very difficult getting back in. There's going to be less jobs as well, because we're facing a recession. This is when the economy contracts. So this is the thing. If we have a higher emergency support system here, social money, if that increases, if welfare increases, there's going to be calls to increase the minimum wage to create a point of difference. Is that going to impede the ability for our nation to grow the economy back again out of this recession? That's the question I ask. The latest jobless figures are the worst since October 2001 and would be far grimmer were it not for another big fall in workforce participation. And that's the thing. People are giving up. People are giving up. They're not even participating in the workforce anymore. He also warned there would likely be more people joining unemployment queues in the months ahead. And that's what I think the real aim of Jobkeeper was to not flood the Centrelink offices with millions of people, and a lot of them living hand to mouth, a lot of them with only $90 in reserve. He also warned there would likely be more people joining unemployment queues in the months ahead, I said. The government is examining the best way to balance its Jobkeeper wage subsidy and doubling of the Jobseeker unemployment payment beyond their scheduled September finish. Yesterday, Mr. Morrison didn't rule out an increase to the dollar's $40 a day base rate. The ABC now reports Treasurer Josh Frydenberg will confirm an increase to the base rate of Jobseeker, previously known as New Start, in July's mini-budget, marking a major shift in policy after years of resisting pressure from welfare groups. What's this going to do to inflation? We've got millions more unemployed. It's going to there'll be less money moving around because the less people are earning. Hopefully, they'll be earning more than New Start when they're working. So maybe those would cancel each other out. The Jobseeker payment was doubled to $1,100 a fortnight at the start of the crisis, and the government will reportedly not return to its pre-pandemic levels, although the details have yet to be confirmed. And, I mean, this has probably been a game changer for a lot of people. This has been a game changer for a lot of people. And I thought it would be very cruel giving everyone this weekly or fortnightly bonus and then just pulling it away from them. Still, I wouldn't trust them. Everyone, if you're getting it, stash that aside. Just don't trust them. Don't trust them. Don't, for goodness sake, don't take out debt with this additional capacity. That would it can get really messy really quick. Earlier in the week, the Industrial Relations Minister, Christian Porter, conceded it was inevitable people would move from the wage subsidy to unemployment payments. Mr. Morrison and Mr. Frydenberg rejected claims from Labour in Parliament about how many jobs would be lost once Jobkeeper ends. The member's question is presumptuous because he makes assumptions about government policy on decisions that have not been made, the Prime Minister told Parliament. The PM also continues to agitate to unlock interstate travel, with new figures showing ongoing border closures are costing the economy $84 million a day. We've had the protests, we had the field experiments where people gathered in large groups in public. Where are the spikes? Where are the spikes? Well, 3 people in Victoria? Where are the spikes? Why are the borders still closed? It's crazy. People are still there. People are moving across the borders. But people need legitimate reasons. One is to look at real estate. What about holidays? What about the tourism industry? It's decimated. The Northern Territory government announced on Thursday it will reopen its domestic borders on July 17. South Australia is already allowing visitors from the NT, Western Australia and Tasmania, and will open up to other states on July 20, while Queensland plans to reopen from July 10. WA and Tasmania have not said when they will loosen travel restrictions. Mr. Morrison said borders should never have been closed in the first place. I think they're just copying America. They're copying other countries. These little premiers get their taste of power and authority when most of the average person couldn't even give a damn about them. You know? I'm thinking people will become a lot more aware of them now. Wonder if Daniel Andrews in Victoria, I wonder if he'll get in again. Wonder if our Premier here in Queensland will get in again. There were 21 new cases of the coronavirus recorded across Australia on Thursday. Victoria had another big jump with 18 new cases, including a third Black Lives Matter rally participant testing positive. New South Wales recorded 2, WA 1. All returned travellers in quarantine. How many of them are returned travellers in quarantine? What, we got 3 at the BLM protest? How many people were there? This is the thing. We need to manage it a bit better. And don't say, look at America. You've got different population densities. You've got different population comorbidity aspects over there compared to Australia. You've got different access to sunlight over there than here. You've got different living arrangements over there to here. We're not the same. Okay? I know everyone wants the world to be all the same. I know everyone wants it, equality and happiness and hugs. It's not like that. So here we have it, everyone. Potentially an increase to the job seeker payment. I think it'll be a lifeline for a lot of people. A lot of people will look forward to hopefully at least maintaining the extra money they're getting so they don't take a big financial hit. But we have to also realize this is going to disincentivize people from working. So there could potentially be a push for our minimum wage to increase, which will result in, additional costs It'll push up cost of living, everyone. That's how it works. And then there'll be more people buying imported products. That's how it is. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Are you looking forward to this? Do you think it should be? Or perhaps maybe we look at other ways to let people have more of their money. Maybe reducing taxation, reducing other costs of living. Here in Queensland, the city of Brisbane, they've halted rubbish collection, hard rubbish collection for 2 years. They're in financial trouble. Yet they're doing all these other programs. They're building trams and all this other stuff for inner city people. I'd rather have my rubbish collected. Thank you very much. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and want to support the content I create here, there are a few ways you can. You can simply comment and interact with the channel. It helps the channel grow. You can support the channel financially by joining us on YouTube or Patreon, using our affiliate links at Amazon or eBay or Independent Reserve and Kucoin, buying our merch from HeiseSays, or using PayPal or Gold Pass from the Perth Mint. Take care, and I'll see you in the next episode.